welcome to the Pulse of Africa community. I hope you're doing great today. If you're joining us for the first time, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed and connected to Africa's most important news reports. Your engagements will help this video to reach more people. Thank you very much. On the morning of Thursday, May 22nd, under the direction of President Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso's Minister of Defense, Celestine Simpore, oversaw the delivery of a significant batch of vehicles and motorcycles to the country's National VDP Brigade, the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland. This delivery, which took place in Ouagadougou, was not a routine handover. It was a strong statement. According to official reports, the equipment, financed through the Patriotic Support Fund, includes dozens of tractor trucks, pickup vehicles, tricycles, and thousands of motorcycles. The estimated total cost was around 6 billion CFA francs. This level of investment in the VDP, a force composed of civilian volunteers working alongside the National Army, shows a clear intent to strengthen grassroots security operations, especially in rural and conflict-prone areas.
It is very important to emphasize that water and all kinds of equipment, support equipment, as well as mobility equipment for the fighters were acquired for the benefit of the volunteers of defense for the fatherland. This equipment was financed through patriotic support funds derived from contributions from the entire Burkinabe population. This initiative aims to ensure good working conditions for the fighters and to allow the expansion of the victory for a certain outcome, the victory of the Burkinabe people against the occultist forces. I take this opportunity to thank His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Faso, Head of State, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, who, in his great vision, has made this a reality today. I would also like to thank His Excellency, the Prime Minister, Head of Government, Chairman of the Fund's Advisory Council.
On the very same day, just hours apart, President Traoré appeared again, this time in Bobo Dioulasso, to launch another major initiative. In a public ceremony, he officially handed over a large consignment of agricultural, livestock, and fishing equipment to local producers. This delivery is part of a larger strategy aimed at boosting food production and achieving food self-sufficiency, a top priority for the transitional government. While the exact value of this agricultural batch wasn't disclosed, reports confirm it includes tractors, tillers, seeders, plows, modern irrigation kits, livestock care tools, and materials for small-scale fishing. But it's not just about machines. It's about giving hope and practical tools to young Burkinabe who are training in agriculture and livestock production at specialized centers across the country. Just 4 days before this event, on May 18th, officials from the National Office for Major Projects wrapped up an inspection tour at several rural promotion centers, including one in Gondi in the Center-West region. These centers are key to President Traoré's presidential initiative for food security. Young people at these facilities receive hands-on training in farming, herding, and fishing. According to technical advisor Michel Congo, who was part of the mission, the progress seen on the ground was encouraging. Many of the youth expressed motivation to return to their home villages and apply what they've learned, a promising sign for the future of local food systems.
I really intend to apply what I have been taught here, and if possible, also to those who do not know.
We also found a team of trainers who were really motivated to train them properly. So here, we saw that these young people were trained in commodity cultivation, cereal production. We saw nurseries that are well set up. We also saw small-scale agricultural mechanization, particularly through the use of plows, as well as cultivators. So all these modules were provided to young people with the real aim of enabling them to truly have the skills necessary to be useful. And when they return to their communities, they will put them into practice and truly participate in food production and contribute to food self-sufficiency. We are truly satisfied. We saw well-established educational units and well-established production units. As proof, we have cassava fields that they have set up. We also visited.
While all eyes were on Burkina Faso's internal developments, another important event took place quietly in Ouagadougou. On May 20th, just 2 days before the twin handovers, President Ibrahim Traoré hosted a high-level diplomat from the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Shakbout bin Nahyan Al Nahyan, Minister of State to the UAE Foreign Ministry. The visit was described as both friendly and strategic, signaling a desire on both sides to deepen cooperation. While details remain limited, Sources suggest the discussions focused on potential partnerships in infrastructure, energy, and agricultural investment. As Burkina Faso turns inward to invest in its own people in both security and agriculture, it also looks outward to secure allies who can support long-term development goals. In a region marked by political instability, this mix of local empowerment and international diplomacy might just be the balance Burkina Faso needs.
I convey His Excellency's greetings. His Excellency Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates. And the objective of this visit is that we want to establish an economic cooperation relationship between our two countries, which is such an old relationship. We are very happy to be here today among you. It is such a beautiful country, such a generous and welcoming people. And we transfer our greeting to the President of Burkina Faso for his warm welcome and to all the welcome we received today.
The public response in Burkina Faso to these events has been mostly positive, especially in rural areas and among communities impacted by insecurity and food shortages. Many see the delivery of new equipment to the VDP as long overdue, calling it a step toward giving real power and dignity to the people who have risked their lives defending their villages. On social media, photos and videos of the vehicle handovers have circulated widely, often with messages of support and hope. As one local analyst pointed out, the trucks are useful, but they must be paired with good training, coordination, and oversight. Otherwise, we risk fueling further tension instead of solving it. Meanwhile, the agriculture handover has sparked enthusiasm among youth groups, particularly those engaged in the government's food self-sufficiency programs. With youth unemployment still high, many young people see agriculture not just as survival but as a real future. On the diplomatic front, the UAE visit was received with cautious optimism. Some see the Emirates' interest as a positive sign of Burkina Faso's growing geopolitical relevance. But critics remind the public to scrutinize any future deals closely to avoid exploitative contracts or unequal partnerships. Altogether, these recent moves by Captain Ibrahim Traoré signal a government willing to act boldly on multiple fronts, combining military support with social investment and linking local resilience with global relationships. The true impact, however, will depend on how these initiatives are followed through in the months ahead. As Burkina Faso pushes forward with bold investments in its defense and food systems, one big question remains: will these efforts truly transform life for the people, or will they fall into the same cycles of promises and disappointment seen in the past? Do you believe these strategies, strengthening security and feeding the nation, will bring real change? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more coverage of what's really happening across West Africa, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pulse of Africa. We bring you the stories that matter, straight from the Sahel and beyond. Stay safe and stay informed.